Don't miss this exclusive, in-depth part one of our interview with Academy Award winner Hallee Berry, discussing her role in the gripping new film, Never Let Go. Get a first look behind the scenes of this chilling psychological thriller, brought to you by Lionsgate. Directed by Alexandre Aja, acclaimed for his spine-tingling work on The Hills Have Eyes and Crawl, the film stars Halle Berry as a mother determined to protect her twin sons from a sinister force lurking just outside their home. With its suspense-filled twists and haunting atmosphere, Never Let Go will keep you on the edge of your seat. In theaters September 20th. Here is part one of the interview. Check out the official trailer listed in the descriptions.
Well, I have always loved this genre, especially this level of horror, let's just say. Like The Others was one of my all-time favorite movies in this genre. Get Out has been one of my favorite movies in this genre. The Quiet Place. These are movies that in this genre I really loved. And this movie harkened all three of those movies to me. There were elements of each one of those movies that I found within this movie, which really got me excited. I loved the idea of having a family like this be seen in a way that a Black family has never been seen before. I loved the idea of being out in the wilderness, in the woods, in the middle of nowhere. Again, something I hadn't seen before. The idea of being tethered to the house felt fresh to me. Harkened back to A Quiet Place. I remember when I first read that script, I was blown away by that. So it had many elements that really excite me. And playing a mother again, but a different kind of mother than I've ever played, also really interested me. Mama is very complicated. I mean, I think most characters are, most people are, but her complication runs really deep. She is a fierce mama bear, in one sense, and she's trying to take care of her children the best way she can, but she's also trying to hold on to her sanity at the same time, right? And because of that, she's forced to make decisions and do things that don't always feel very motherly, but they are what she needs to do to survive and to ultimately take care of her children. She's tortured. I think she herself wonders if this evil that's surrounding her is real. Is she a bit schizophrenic? Is it really real? Is she making it up? Is she really doing the right things by these kids, keeping them sequestered here? Because technically what she's doing is, she's torturing them too. And I think she questions throughout the entire movie, is she doing the right thing? Fundamentally, I think she feels like she is, but that's sort of a big question of the movie for me. Is she really seeing evil, or is this some sort of, mental disassociative situation we're dealing with here? And is she really just torturing these children, or is this evil real? And that's what you watch the movie for, to find out. I needed to try to understand, who would people be if you never left a house and you were sequestered and tethered or stuck, right? And tortured in a way. So I did research along those lines, trying to really understand what that would be like. What would they sound like? What would their language be like? While we're making a movie, so we had to make things relatable or understandable, I still knew that it was important to interject, you know, even subtleties of what it might be like if you lived off the grid in the middle of the woods for 10 years. And also, I studied schizophrenia because I feel like, mama is not quite mentally sound, and I think whether she's suffering from schizophrenia or some dissociative personality disorder, after 10 years being in the middle of nowhere, only talking to two babies who then grow to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like, you're pretty limited in your ability to express yourself and to function. And so how does that affect a normally functioning person? If she were so, how would that affect her? How would that change her? Right? So I tried to, dig down as many avenues as I could to sort of bring a reality to who I think this woman might be, and then discover how that sat down in my body. AJ had to do the real work of acting in many ways and find this character. I had to do that for Mama. I don't carry Mama in my body. So he had to do the real work of what actors do. And I was really proud of him, and he's proud of himself because he knew that he rose to the level, right? And he did exactly what is needed of him, which was expected and hoped for from him. He's worked hard at it. He's taken it seriously, and he's really And he's a great yin to Percy's yang, you know. And Percy's done his own work, trust me. Yeah, he has to carry all the emotion of the movie, and he's had to work hard accessing that in his own body, you know, getting to those dark places, letting that emotion flow. You know, he's had to do his own work for sure. You know, there were things that, you know, they found that really brought that authenticity. The reality of, like, we don't have running water, so we have a well. We don't have electricity, so we make our own candles out of resin. And so we are always carrying candles, and it's lit by either fire or candlelight. Like, all those details that really transport us to this family's reality. And I think the set and the design and made that all possible. And it's just one set, the house, you know, but it has everything that we need to bring the story to life. This movie is really helped by the cinematography, the look and feel of the movie. It's a beautifully shot, but that's also like another character in the movie, because it tells us what the world is. It sets us right in a place, and I think you'll realize the minute you start watching this movie, you're in a different time and place. You are not, you know, you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. You've gone to another place, and a big part of that was the lighting design, and Alex's vision also for what the movie is. And the sounds will be really important. The sounds, there's a lot of hyper reality, you know, that we're going to be working with and dealing with, that I think will be really very poignant to the storytelling.